All right, we are live. Well, welcome to the stream. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome to the markets. We are going to dive straight in tonight. It is now just 6 p.m. Well, this exact time is 6:06 p.m. Now, this is London Open. Now, what I'm going to do is simply just jump straight into Bitcoin today, do a bit of market analysis, technical analysis, and just kind of go through the market sentiment, see what I'm looking at, and then kind of move down on a lower time frame and see if we could just take a trade on a lower time frame tonight, throughout this hour. So let me just share my screen with you now. Oh, excuse me. Great, you can see this. I still don't have a mouse, so I am using the trackpad on the laptop. This here is on the 15-minute right now. I'm just seeing a big displacement down to the bearish side. Now, I have actually put an alert up here as well at the equilibrium. If we do come back up to this tonight, I'm looking for a short back down to this discount place right here. But yeah, let's just jump into the daily. Let's just have a look at what we got. So let's just turn this off for a second. All right, so right now, this is what I'm looking at. All right, and if we really wanted to, you can obviously see that there is a bit of a ascending channel right here. Now, because this is on the daily, let's actually just put this yellow. All right, daily for sunshine and rainbows. Anyway, daily for yellow. Now, what else do I see? What else do we see on the dailies? So we can actually see we were respected from this fair value gap. Excuse me. So we tapped into this. Let's just turn that into our fair value gap. Now, I also see another fair value gap here. Wow, 92,000. What do you think? So, yeah, okay. So it looks like okay. I wouldn't fully call this one an equal high, although we did come up to it and then both candles closed. We will just mark that in very lightly. Cool. All right, let's have a look. So right now, what am I looking at? I do see a bit of order blockage going on right there. Okay, so it has respected this order block a couple of times actually, And it looks like we're on our way back down to it. So that's the 109,000K mark. Now, like I said, I have on the 15-minute, we have the equilibrium, which means that this was here in between there. That equilibrium is in between that fair value gap, which has been respected quite a lot. Fair value gap. Come down, bounced, come down, bounced, under, taken out this order block, collected some orders, then it's moved back up again. I can start to see, since this is a bit of a big move down, I can see a bit of a change in character. So we are looking at something like this. Okay. So realistically, we could be looking for some downside. Now, there is another fair value gap here that has not been. So we can delete this one. This one's, it's there, but it's not there. But we do have an order block there. So fair value gap, order block, fair value gap. Okay, so this is on the daily. This is kind of what we're looking at. We could potentially see it come down to this 97,000. It's crazy. That's just under 100K. But, you know, if we still come down to that, we're still technically in an uptrend. So it could hit this direction before shooting to the upside. But let's focus on the now. Let's have a look at what price is actually doing here. So what am I looking at? What am I looking for? Well, I'm looking for price to form. Now, if it does form a bit of a displacement, what I am looking for then is a fair value gap to be created in here. So if this here closes, so if we see a displacement candle here, which is pulled all the way into here, call it red, there we go. And it has simply come down, tapped into here. I'm looking for a retracement back up to here. So I'm looking for this to be taken out, as this here will create a fair value gap on our side. So let's just close this for a little bit. Let's just, for example, say that it did that, and I don't know, came to about here. Created a fair value gap. I am then looking for a sell position. That's what I'm looking for. This is on the daily. So, see, now I can also see another order block very small in between there. So if I just delete this, delete that, delete that. There is no fair value gap there just yet. So what we're going to do is delete this also. Let's just say, so we are looking for a fair value gap. So looking for fair value gap. And then weight. So realistically, let's just go like this. Looking for a fair value gap. Waiting for the bearish displacement to finish, then looking for a retest into the fair value gap for a short then looking for a short pause zero short into the short, then we're going to go entry on fair value gap under fair value gap, entry under fair value gap, stop loss above the fair value gap. Bless me. TP at next fair value gap inside descending trend channel. Okay. So what we're going to do then is go like this. Go like that. Group all of this together, rename this daily 2022-09 2025. I'm going to lock that, go like that, make that disappear for a sec. Okay. So now we're going to drop down to a lower time frame. So we've got that. We've got that in play. We're well overbought right here. We're well overbought. So we are actually looking at a bit of, whoops. Let's just have a look more closely at this as well. So let's just change this color to blue. Copy this. Okay, so this is what I'm seeing. This is quite beautiful actually. We've failed to. So what's actually happened here is we have made a. I'm just going to call it a higher high. And then a higher low. We then made another higher high. It's another higher low. Now, did we make a higher high here? Let's just have a look. Let's just move that up here. We did. I would say that's still a higher high. I would say that's still a higher high as the candle had closed here. Yes, it wicked above, but this wick is above too. So it's kind of, yeah, that's a higher low, higher high. Well, we can even go right there. And once again, a higher low. We've then made another higher high and another higher low. Now what this has done is failed. It's failed to break this. So this is a bit of a displacement here right now. It has failed to break above. So we have a change of character, or would we call that a break of structure? It's a break of structure. It's a break of structure. So break of structure would have been here. Break of structure. Then we've had a change of character as we have broken below. We've taken out these lows. We've also taken out these lows. So that there, we know, we'll make that white. We have change of character. Excuse me. Now, even on the daily, I was looking for so this is equilibrium right here where I did this on the 15 minutes. So it's given me more confirmation, but look here, we have an order block, like a little order block here, stopping it from going lower. For now, we are very oversold. We are literally in the 23.76 zone on the RSI. But if we were to not trade the RSI and simply just follow this, look what we've got here. I'm going to be targeting this. The 109 level. Oops. So we come up to here, right? Or this is on the 4 hour. So you know what? Moving down time frame. Okay, so what do we see? What do we see? What do we see? We see two fair value gaps. I am going to mark this one. I'm also going to mark this one just so we know. Now, I don't think that one's viable. So after this displacement, we are looking for a tap here. If it taps here, this is a bit of an order block here too, so it could actually come up a little bit more further. So what we will do is draw this order block in as well to signify and give us more confluence as well. So this here was a fair value gap. Now, none of these are wrong. It's just to signify we could get that pump after this. We are looking, I am looking, we are all looking for this does that seem impossible? No. Moving down, so we go to the 30-minute. What am I seeing? Yep. So if I just turn on our smart money concepts as well, let's just delete this. So equilibrium's here. Okay. Discount is at a week low right now. Well, strong high, equal lows, breaker structure. Yeah, so we won't enter here dead on this equilibrium, but we are looking for it to see if we go back to the hour. Equilibrium is above it. See what I mean? See what I mean? So even for it to be here, I'm happy. It might be a fair value gap, but it might, let's put it in the middle. It might signify I see this coming up. I'm going to leave that as is. Let's drop down to the 15-minute for now. See what we're doing. It's a break structure right there too. Boom. Boom. So if I even just tighten this up, yeah. Yeah. So let's keep it at that. Not going to overcomplicate it. This is just what we're looking at. We're looking at shorting around the order and fair value gap block. It is just finding those entries now. Once price comes up, we will be targeting. I don't even think the first low. So here is an order block right there. It has been confirmed 1, 2, 3, 4 times. So and here there's orders waiting there, and then we've even got a couple more here. And there. So we could wipe out this whole thing and we'd still be in an uptrend. Well, this is good analysis. This is what we're going to have to do, is just wait and be patient. In the meantime, Why don't we just back test some stuff? All right, so I've got gold up here. Let's have a go at gold. Already got some stuff on here, so let's just remove the drawings. Whoa, 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 whoa. Let's go to the 4 hour. Okay. Okay, so we had a bit of like accumulation here. Let's say so liquidity pool, dump, liquidity pool, rise, liquidity pool, dump. Stayed inside the channel, breakout. Okay, so accumulation is what happened in between there. Moving in, these blue lines are order blocks. So we have a order block, order block, order block, and order block, which we have tapped into. Now we are on the rise. Even if we pull it to there, that's still making higher highs, isn't it? So we've got a higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Failed. Came back down, equal. Okay. So what this is signifying then to me is that we are running out of gas. Is this right now? Well, if I must say, we look like we've actually pushed to another higher high. So what we're going to do is wait. You know, we could see potential area up here. So since we've made higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Then we had a lower high, and then we had a lower low. Then we also had an equal high. Then a higher high. A higher low, sorry. Then we had a breaker structure, higher high, higher low, higher high. I would have almost said change of character. Then it says breaker structure right here. Okay, which has actually created a higher high. So that's choppy. I would sit out of this one for a little bit and just watch what it's doing. But we have just created a higher high. If it fails to break above, we could. Well, here, what we can do then, drop down to a lower time frame. We will have a look. So having a look, break a structure. Okay, break of structure. So there's no fair value gaps, even if we zoom up. There is an order block here. But what this is signaling to me now is we'll probably push up just a tiny bit more. So we're probably going to hit around here, bounce. And I think it's going to go like that, back up to there and shoot down. So Yeah, okay. We'll let that play out. It's open now as well. Market is open. It'll close in 12 hours. All right. So that's that. What we can do though is let's just go like this, 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 this. All right. Let's just do this. Go back to here, cut there, go to normal, have a look. It wasn't back far enough. We know what's going to happen during that stage. So we're going again. This one. All right, so boom. It's on the alley. All right, so we've had a rise, change of character. This is green, change of character, and a break of structure there too. So we are looking for a pullback. So what can initially happen is, so we would probably be looking at a pullback from here, you reckon? Okay, fine. Well, now that we're just looking at it, it would probably look a lot more like this. They are beautiful higher highs. Okay, so what are we doing? We are waiting. So we're going to wait. Break a structure. Okay, next bar. All right, broken. Order block. Oh, Scheitenhauser. It's a beautiful candle right there. All right. Shoot up one more. Okay, London Open liquidity. That was beautiful liquidity right there to the upside. So what realistically I am looking at now is for it to dump. All right, that's what we're looking for. Okay, now for me to get into this, we can see a fair value gap right here. Oh, beautiful. All right, so this is a beautiful displacement right now. Beautiful displacement. So I would probably move it down to this one now. It is short and sweet, but we're looking for just a push. Okay, boom. What's actually happened here is this one is the more viable one. So we're inside of it now. We've come back up. And we've closed underneath the fair value gap. This one is invalid. Boom, that's what we need. So we are actually hitting the sell button in for a sell. So although we entered here, our stop loss will be here and we will be targeting the low. I actually think that there is a change of character, break a structure. We're going to let it play out. Pause. Tapped back into the fair value gap. Maybe it was a wrong entry. Still in the game. So what I can see is it's actually even tapped into this order block here. Out. Okay, we lost that. But if we were to copy paste this put it where our stop is. Say, for example, we sold there, let it play out. Beautiful. So I was just early. So this one here, we could still target this area here, as price will probably respect it. Okay, so direction was right. I was just early. What we should have done is simply waited. And simply waited. Where did it go? It came down. Beautiful. Did it hit this one properly? I mean, we're still on our way down. Yeah, I would have said. Okay, cool. Well, that's okay. So just a bit of bad entry there. So we've just got to what made us think and get back into, well, this one here. That was the winner. So watching, we've had a change of character again. So we're now targeting this area right here for another sell. So if we come up, we've come up. That was way too fast, but we've come up. So it could look like we've had change of character. We've got a massive fair value gap right here, right now. We could go in for another short. Is it going to break above, or is it struggling? Looks like it's struggling. Okay, we're out. Okay. We're waiting for that tap. Waiting for the tap. Still isn't tapped, but what we're looking for. All right, this here is a sell. Where am I placing my stop? Above the high, and we are targeting here. Play. Hello? All right, did we get stopped out there? I think did we, or no? No, we didn't. Still in the game. Out. Okay, bad trade. Why did I take it? Well, this is a big fair value gap imbalance right here, right now. So once again, we're going to do what we just did. Put our entry where our, and we're targeting. So we're waiting for to come back down. All right, so we enter, sell. So we have entered right here. Okay. Looks like we're in an uptrend. So we're going to take the loss on that one too. So 2 bad trades. That's okay. Understand. I understand. We are there's a breaker structure to the upside. Come on, Dylan. So let's leave this here because I reckon we could potentially so that's kind of what we're looking at and seeing right now. So we're looking for a tap back into here before another upside. Okay, so we've already hit the upside. Weak high. Okay. So that's it. We're hitting a sell. Why are you hitting a sell, Dylan? Why? You have to ask these questions to yourself. Why? Why did I do that? Well, we're broken out of it. You don't know, do you? You don't know. So let's not try and make it work. Is it just an edge? What's going on? Okay, it is just an edge that you've got. Yeah, well, specifically because it hit the resistance line, there is a fair value gap in between here, except it's not valid. Now, the one that is valid right now, and that was, you could just say it was a lucky entry, but it came under, tapped the fair value gap, and pushed down. We could continue this all the way down, like you said. Yeah. So we're going to take that. Now, what's actually happened here is that it once again tapped. So you could have had a 2 trades tapped, then it tapped again, same trade. This time it is a change of character. We could have left that sell on. What we're actually looking for now is for it to hit here. There is an imbalance right in between here, which we have also hit again, which price looks like it's coming up to tap. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. That there is the exact trade that we just saw as well before. So higher highs, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. Oh yeah, bit of a weird one there, but we continue to push through, pushed upwards. So that's what we've just got to watch out for, okay? You've got to watch out for that and understand that this here does not mean change of character. It is a break of structure. You've just got to understand that and just say, look, the trend may be flipping, so just keep an eye out on the price and stay patient. So that's simply what I have to do. I am now looking at this. We are looking at this fair value gap. This is a strong low, so we could see that be tapped out. Right here, right here, right here, right here, right here, right here. This is the pattern that I'm seeing right here. So if this just breaks down, that's a sell. Oh, okay, so it hit, but I'm going to take the loss on that. I'm going to take the loss on that. So it actually picked orders up from this one. I'm going to take the loss on that. Well, I mean, it's a loss. Oh, but we almost respected. So look, we just got wicked out. So what happened there was, if we went to the 4 hour, we probably would have seen a bit more of an imbalance. Look where, yeah, okay, gotcha. It's always good to check the higher time frames. Yeah, okay, so look, we're going to get another tap here before a dump. Oh, all right, that's me, sell. See, look at that. That's I got in there. Let's just we know. Just gonna continue down and dump. So it actually tapped. It didn't tap, but that's where I would have got out. Sometimes it's a little hard to do it on here because the candles just print. They just print. But look at that. Yep. Boom, bada bing, boom. So what we have here is a breaker structure. We've also pushed to the upside. So what we're now looking for is a tap into this order block here. So we're going to boom, tap. We are buying. Play. lost. I'm going to take a loss on that. So why did we lose that? It has come down. What was this? This was liquidity here. So are we reading the markets right, or are you rushing, Dylan? Yes. Okay, come on. So what happened there? We're going to change a character to the upside. So we're still in, well, now we've tapped it. So we have still respected this. This has now come back. This is now, I'm now looking to get in. So we're going to come back down, retest it. All right, boom. This is me getting in. That is the second retest. And what we're doing is targeting that upside. So we got in here, we're just under, and we're targeting the next high. It's a 2-to-1. It's just a 2 to risk. It's just a 2 risk to reward ratio. Okay. Oh, so all right. So what went wrong here? We came and wiped out liquidity here. You should have seen that, Dylan. You should have seen that. So this here was liquidity. This here is where your TP should have been, right there. But you got too greedy. That's what it was. Greed. We're going to take the loss on that. Okay, because what we are starting to see here is the bigger picture. So, yep, took the loss. Deleting. Liquidity. Boom. That's where it was. Should have been watching. You already knew that. You actually wrote that. You put that there for that whole reason. So, this is a weak low. So, we are going to see a little bit more downside. Or not. That was literally the low. Boom. Okay, so we're broken out. This is change of character. So what we're actually looking for here now after this upwards displacement is well, that's a buy. That's a buy right there. Why, Dylan? Why? Why are you jumping into this? 2-to-1 risk to reward ratio. Why? We're targeting upside. Look at that. That's crazy though. Oh. See, what gave you the idea, Dylan, that that was going to happen? What gave you the idea that that was going to happen? You obviously know what you're talking about. You just don't know how to describe where this edge is coming from. For one, Break it down. Break it down. What actually happened? All right, there was a breakout. There was an imbalance right here, which price actually tapped into once, twice, three times. Pushed up. We've also got another fair value gap, which it ran into. Now, if we continue like this out, we will see some more upside. That tap, I'm looking for, all right, that tap is a change of character right there. So we are looking for sells. What's the risk to reward ratio though? Well, we are targeting, I'm just targeting here. This little order block right here, where it was a bit of a breaker structure. Oops. Now we're keeping it tight. It's above the high. All right, that's not my normal risk to reward ratio. So would you target here? Well, this is the next order block. That's better, but we're not going to be greedy, so we're going to get a 2-to-1. Yep, good enough. Lost. We got greedy. Dylan, you should have followed. Look, Dylan. Trust yourself. You got greedy. You got greedy. You even put that order block there. You said, but it just because it wasn't your normal risk to reward. This is what I mean. Okay, you need to understand that even if it was above here or even above here, you still would have been safe. Dylan, think, trust, believe, understand, learn, get better. All right, what are we looking at now? So this is a weak high. London open. We're looking for some more downside, 100%. What's making you do this? I wish I could tell you. Well, tell me, talk to me. Why did you place that sell? I placed that sell purely because that it's exhausted. The buyers are exhausted now. The sellers are stepping in. This big red candle tells me that we are jumping back in. We've got some orders here. We've got a fair value gap here. We got a weak high. Let it play out. Wow. And out. That's me out. Okay, so your thesis inside your head, your edge is right. You are correct. It's not about being right or wrong, but we need to find out how you are doing this so we can actually do this a lot more. Let me just message my partner. Okay. Let's just go back to Bitcoin for a shaken. For a shaken. For a shaken. For a shaken. It's been a good session, honestly. Oops, what happened there? All right. All right. Well, even though that this could be, we could be looking at this here again now. Yeah. What I'm gonna do? Set an alert. Set one. Look. Fair you get. Tap on the 15 minutes. Whoops. Just so I know, Just so I know, Okay, so that's a sell. What makes you think it's a sell, Dylan? Oh my god, here we go again. I'm out. That's a loss. That's the worst trade you could ever have done. What was that? What was that, Dylan? Look, I feel like if you don't talk to yourself like this, you'll never get it. If you don't confront yourself and understand that what you've done is fucking stupid, then your subconscious mind will actually, not take you seriously. Your subconscious mind also doesn't know what is right and wrong, what is true and what is not true. It only believes what you feed it. So if you continuously say to yourself, that was a good trade, your RSA, your reticular, your RAS, your reticular activating system inside your brain, which is your pattern recognition skill, or so to say, I don't know, it's just like an intelligent thing that your brain actually has and does. It spots patterns. If you say to yourself, that was a good trade, your reticular activating system will start to work, find those patterns, and get built into your subconscious mind as well. Therefore, it will believe that what you've said and seen in that trade is good. Works the same way as you saying, what the fuck was that, Dylan? What the fuck was that? That was a stupid trade. You should have never fucking done that. Don't ever fucking do that again. You are programming yourself for success. You are programming yourself to help yourself. You are only in a battle with yourself. You don't actually have to call it a battle, but the only person that is wrong and right is you. So whatever you realistically do, make sure you know that it was either good or bad, so you can actually identify it and help yourself. If you do not help yourself, no one else will help you. And what you don't want to do is create habits around the losses. So say it out loud. What the fuck was that? Like, what the fuck was that, Dylan? Like, that was fucking stupid. It's not negative self-talk either. It's, Dylan, what the fuck? Like, you know what to do and you did the fucking wrong thing. Don't do that again. Like, that's simply what that is. That's good. If anything, that's fucking successful self-talk. Talk. You don't have to say, you're a fucking idiot. But sometimes the criticism, if you got no friends and you got no mates to actually hold you accountable for, the dumb shit that you do, technically you are the own you are your own CEO of your life and of your mind and your brain. Therefore, if it didn't work, it was fucking stupid, but you learned. And it's not until you say it out loud and say, all right, that was fucking stupid. You know, the truth hurts, or the truth can just fucking push you forward in the right direction. I believe that. You know, losing is learning, winning is winning, but you know, you don't learn anything from winning. You learn from losing. The reason why those wins came about is purely because you lost before and you knew what to not do. Therefore, it turned into a win. There is such thing as luck, but you can also create your own luck, and that is sometimes by losing. Look, I'm going to end the stream there tonight, guys. I do thank you for watching. I do thank you for joining me on a bit of market scan on the BTC, on the Bitcoin pair, and I do thank you for just watching me hold me accountable for my own backtesting on gold tonight as well. Constantly learning, constantly getting better, constantly winning, you know, winning. This is a win right here. This is winning. This is a win. Anyway, thank you and bye for now.